In a TV exclusive,
Baz Kernel
is going to give us a masterclass in production. By returning to the original stems of the title track, he is going to show us how he layered and produced the song that would become
the Wizards
classic.
This is what I'm going to play you, the basic track when we had
Speed the Honorable
sitting on drums,
Card,
in the room with his guitar.
and they're all on drugs.
The drums. And we have
Baz Kernel
on bass. That's it. We're going to build up
Vultures
on top of this. The first cool sound, I guess, would be...
Speed the Honorable
Said, okay, let me have a few passes with this little synthesizer he carried around in a...
Trash Can.
So here we have mixed synths. Beautiful. It's in the mix. You don't never heard it this clear.
Apoth.
Added to this, in those days there was some primitive string synthesizers. It's called
Cellotron Synthesizer.
This is
Apoth.
played this part. We thought this was the bee's knees back in the day, but it's really cheesy, very cheesy sound. Starting to sound like Vultures even more. We invited
Longhead
to come to the studio, and he comes and lays down 3 tracks. So we have this, we have this. He came in later there, different sound, and we have this track, 3 tracks. Now they're all very pretty, but they were meaningless until I threw them up like this, the three together. And I had to do some judicial mixed balancing in the mix, but we always had this constant long-haired thing going all over the place, like this celestial sound. Now, let's see, there's one other thing that
Apoth.
played. He had this instrument called the
Trallotron.
which was a more advanced...
Forkatron. The Chillotron and the Forkatron
were early samplers. These really were real musicians, but the sound quality wasn't great. So if you can go up to the part where the brass comes in, Aaron. This is
Apoth.
This is a brass track. The riff is definitely Stax Records from Alabama, but it's not a very good brass sound. But it's in the mix. Okay, we only had 1 track left for the vocal. So I set up a mic in the middle of the room to capture how the sound travels that far, maybe 15, 20 feet. And then I set up a third mic in the rear of the room where it travels the whole length, probably 50 feet. And
Cardinal Longhead
was on this end of the room with a close mic in front of him. We had this ability in those days to put an electronic gate on a audio signal. So I put an electronic gate on the middle microphone and the distant microphone and set them to a specific threshold where if
Longhead
sings loud enough, he'll open the microphone. If he sings quiet, the microphone won't open and you'll just hear this sound in front of him. So at the beginning of the song, you'll only hear 1 track. And if you'll solo that track at the verse 1, please.
Vultures. Space Vultures.
See, there's no reverb on that.
Space Vultures.
Stop. So verse 4, if you go to verse 4, now he's working the middle mic and the end mic.
Space Vultures. Space Vultures.
Okay, take the solo off.
Space
We knew at that point that we had a great song. In the minute, I think
Long
it says, that'll do. It's out by then.
Are you deaf?